All right, perfect. All right, everybody. Well, I'm super excited to share with you. My name's Amy, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Isagenix products. We're also going to, at the end of the talk about the products in our nutritional lifestyle, then what we're going to do is take a break, and those of you guys that want to stay on, we're going to have a second part of the presentation, and that is going to be going over information about the Isagenix. I know some people love to know about the business, and some people prefer not knowing. So, so whichever you prefer is absolutely great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute out the lines really quickly so you guys can do whatever it is that you need to do. All right, perfect. So just to kind of share a little bit of my background with you before Bonnie speaks. Like I said earlier, my name's Amy. I've been building my Isagenix business and using the products for about 5 years. And prior to Isagenix, I was 30 pounds heavier. And I think even more so than just the fact that I was 30 pounds heavier, I was exhausted almost all of the time, and just really kind of looking for something. I did come into Isagenix for business purposes. I'm the only person that I know like that. Most people came into Isagenix because they want to feel better, look better, lose weight. For me, it was definitely more so the need to earn extra income. But I came into Isagenix, and literally I ended up losing 30 pounds. My life completely changed, and financially we also had a lot of benefits. So I'm very pro this company, and so we'll talk a little bit more about the business after a while. But tonight you guys have a special treat. We have Bonnie on the line. Bonnie and I have known each other for a long time, like 15 years. How long have we known each other? 15? Probably more than that. Probably like 19. Yeah, really, because probably like oh my gosh, we're getting old. So we've known each other since we were in our 20s. We built together in another network marketing company. And but Bonnie's an amazing speaker. Story is, I mean, you guys, I'm going to let her share her own story, but this is what I know about Bonnie. Bonnie is probably the most genuine person on the face of the earth. She is so loyal. She's just naturally a people person. She loves people. She loves helping them. She is an amazing business builder, an amazing business coach, and an amazing nutritional coach. Anytime I have questions about cleansing my body, I always call Bonnie because she knows all the ins and outs. And tonight, Bonnie's going to be sharing with you. Bonnie is humble, so I'll share this for her because I'm not sure that she will. But Bonnie actually came into Isagenix. She lost a tremendous amount of weight and just showed her story. And she's going to share this part with you. She just showed her story authentically on Facebook, really without trying to earn income. And it has now hit several times a six-figure income week, meaning that over the next year, she'll be earning well over 6 figures in Isagenix. And so she's off to an amazing, amazing start. So Bonnie, it is all yours. And you're on mute. You're still on mute. Let me see if I can find you on here and unmute you. Oh. Okay. I'm going to hit unmute.
Been going. Anyways, I'm on a cleanse day for associates that are on, so that's me right now. So I get a little spacey on those days. But Amy, I love you so much. I'm so excited that everybody's on this call, and really this has just been a wonderful ride these 5 years I've been in this company. And I started for nutrition. If you've ever heard about Isagenix or haven't heard, we're not a weight loss company. We're a solution-based company, so we basically create healthier lifestyles, and we're not a diet company. So I got in for health and nutrition 5 years ago because at 39, hi Ashley. I found out that I was having my third child at 39 years old, 60 pounds overweight. I was in no shape or form to be having a baby. Full-time college student, majoring in elementary education, just stepped down from another company that Amy had mentioned before, making a top executive income to be a stay-at-home mom and go back to college to be a teacher. And so I was introduced to these products from a dear friend of mine, of course, Amy, and 3 days later I started them, and from then on it has totally changed my life. I basically took it for nutrition while pregnant, and after feeding my baby for 9 months, I jump started on the weight loss side of it. Our nutritionist, Dr. Jim Rhodes, said it's the closest thing as far as nutritional value, the shakes, as nutritional value to breast milk in the nation. Feed your baby those shakes. So at 9 months, I started my little one on the shakes. And then I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old at home at the time also doing the shakes. I did fall in love with this company, the products and everything they stood for. So I changed my major from elementary education to nutrition. And with a newborn and 2 small children under the age of 4, I did graduate with my bachelor's in 2012, thanks to Ionic Supreme, one of our products, which is a stress reducer. And I'll kind of explain that to you. But I did graduate in 2012 from Lamar University with my bachelor's. So it's just been, like I said, a really incredible ride these last few years. So after feeding her for 9 months, I started the weight loss part of it. So I was right at 210 pounds and a size 18 to 20, and tired. I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, here we go. I did try some CrossFit right at the beginning. That was wrong. Like at 210, do not try that, CrossFit. So I got on the 30-day system. So I started utilizing our products for weight loss. I actually started using the shakes rather than just for nutrition, like my children were using it just for nutrition. That's how I was using it at first. And then I started utilizing it for weight loss. I used it as meal replacements. So I started drinking the 2 shakes a day and 1 meal on my own and snacks in between. And I was able to, in 1 month, lose 20 pounds and 2 dress sizes. And then after that, in about 4 months, I lost the rest of 55 pounds. And so overall, I've lost 77 pounds in 7 dress sizes. So I'm down now to a size 4 to 6. And now I've maintained it for 4 years. So I am now utilizing the products more for strength training, for reducing body fat percentage and gaining more lean muscle. I've upped my protein. And so I'm working out with a personal trainer, 2 personal trainers 5 days a week. And so I can tell you these products have been a lifesaver for me and my entire family. So it's definitely been a godsend for sure. So I'm going to share with you about the 5 core products and a little bit, of where we come from, just in case you haven't heard of Isagenix. But we started our company back in 2002. John Anderson is our master formulator. We call him our organic guru. He has over 40 years of, as far as processing and formulating products, nutritional experience. And so in fact, if it's on GNC shelf, he's probably had something to do with the formulation. And so he started this company because he wanted a no compromise product, meaning no fillers, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, no stimulants, no drugs, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, all the above. So when he started this company back in 2002, he actually had formulated what is known as our 9-day deep cleansing, which we're about to start this program pretty soon. And so he actually sent it off to family members. And anyway, so they encouraged him to, start this business, this company. And so here we are today, the fastest growing organic nutritional company in the nation. And so I'm going to share with you our 5 core products. Number 1 are shakes. Now, again, how you utilize the shakes is going to give you the results you want. So if you want it for weight gain, you would basically use it as snacks in your extra meal if you're doing like 5 mini meals a day. If you want it for weight loss, you would actually drink 2 shakes a day for full meal replacements and your 1 meal and snacks in between. And then if you just want it for health and nutrition, you'll drink it like for replace 1 meal. I still to this day love having my 2 shakes. I just crave them. Our shakes have no refined sugar. They in fact, all our products the sugars are from plant sources. And so like in our shakes specifically, we get our sugars from beets, apples, and pears. And so everything as far as balanced out, like the carbs are balanced out to give you, as far as your daily carbs, your energy you need throughout the day. And, some people are kind of like, oh my gosh, how many carbs are in your shake? And I'm like, you know what? It's complex carbs. There's a huge difference between simple carbs and complex carbs. So keep that in mind when you're eating complex carbs, which are in our shakes. You're eating vegetables, the things that are going to turn into, to give you that energy, not simple carbs where you're eating sweets and baked goods and cookies and all that. No, that's not in our shakes. We have the complex carbs. So keep that in mind. And it's all balanced out for sure. I'm, of course, walking testimony for that. And I'm not a detailed person, so I'll tell you right off the bat, I'm going to be real with you right now. Like, I didn't count calories. I probably did MyFitnessPal for 5 days, kind of, had it all in my mind. And from there, I basically just stuck to the shakes and the slim cakes and everything that IceGenics has to offer. And my meal was Mexican food almost every night for dinner. And I have a lot of people that can, tell you that for sure. But it was, good stuff. But I still, had to splurge every once in a while. Anyway, so that's our shakes. They do, we have Undenatured Whey Protein, which comes from New Zealand. We actually have a farm in New Zealand where we have grass-fed cattle, so there's no cross-contamination versus grain-fed. So we can actually label our shakes gluten-free. Now, keep this in mind. Nutritional companies only have to put 90% on their label what's in their product. We choose IceGenics to put 100% of what's in our product on our label. So our shakes are soy-free, gluten-free, and the reason why we have a farm in New Zealand also is because pesticides are banned over there, and so they don't inject the cattle with any antibiotics, any hormones, and there's no pesticides. So you're getting a great quality 7 of Undenatured Whey Protein. The highest protein quality you can get in the States is a 5, and give you a comparison, 1 to 2 is dog food. So you're getting Undenatured, which is a frozen formulation that when they process the protein, so you're getting the original nutrients and minerals that stay intact in your high quality grade of 7 versus denatured. Now, I looked at a lot of shake comparisons as I was finishing up my nutritional classes in college, and there's over 2,000 shakes on the market, but what impressed me about this company is that the undenatured versus denatured. Denatured is a heating formulation, and everything, all the minerals and nutrients, your great quality protein turns to junk. And so they have to synthetically go and put it back in. So that's a plus when you're building lean muscle. You want to have a great quality of 7. That's what I want, gaining lean muscle, especially after age 40, it goes down the drain. So that's what impressed me about this company. Also, that there's a live enzyme in your shakes, in our shakes. So we ask you to drink our shakes within 10 minutes after mixing it with bottled water, filtered water, unsweetened almond milk. Because you're absorbing 99% of the nutrients from that live enzyme. And so we have 23 minerals and nutrients actually in our shakes. I can go all day about the shakes. I love them. My kiddos drink them. They're 10, 6, and 4 now. They love the shakes, and that's what they get for breakfast every morning. So as far as what we're worldly known for is our nutritional cleansing. This is not a diuretic. This is our second product. It's a juice. It's a cleansing juice, but it has vitamins and nutrients that your body needs. And so it targets every 100 trillion cell in your body. It's a cellular cleanse, not a diuretic. You're not going to be running to the bathroom having bowel movements all day. This is not what this is. This cleanses at the cellular level, and it goes in and cleanses your lymphatic system, your digestive system, and your organs, and helps release those toxins and impurities, especially the toxins and impurities that wrap around belly fat. So fat cells are in our body to protect our organs from toxins and impurities. And yes, our liver and kidneys are supposed to release it. But guess what? Today we're faced with 100 times more chemicals and toxins in the air than we did in the 1950s. In the 1950s, it took one bowl of spinach to get your servings of greens a day, your 3 to 5 servings. Today, it takes 48 bowls of spinach just to get your servings of greens a day. Pesticides were introduced in the late 1950s. Back in the 1950s, 1 out of 12 would get cancer. Today, it's 1 out of 2. In fact, back in 2010, like 6 years ago, the President's Council for Cancer put out that there are over 80,000 harmful chemicals in the air, and only 300 have been tested safe for humans. So it gives you a wake-up call, like what's going on here. I know there's a lot of people on representing a lot of states. I live in Southeast Texas, which we call it the armpit of the nation. We have the largest chemical refinery in the nation, like 15 miles down from me. I have 2 toxic waste dumps within 30-mile radius. And so, yes, I'm going to take nutritional cleansing every day to release these toxins and impurities. 85% is released through your sweat glands, and the rest you pee it out. And, you know, Amy and I used to joke when we first got in, like, you actually pee out the fat. And we joked about it, but then we talked to one of our doctors. He's like, you do. You actually literally pee out the fat. We're like, wow, we got something right. So, but it played a huge part in my weight loss and the tightening of my skin, my arms, everything, and building the lean muscle. So you would drink 2 to 4 ounces a day, or you would do a deep cleansing, which we call intermittent fasting, and you drink 16 ounces. And this is what I'm doing today. I do one every Monday now because I feel so much better after a cleanse. These toxins were faced. But you get to eat these chocolates. In fact, this is my last one for the night. So instead of grabbing white chocolate Kit Kats, which I ate all day Monday out of my kids' trick-or-treat basket, so I'm detoxing today. And these are the best fat metabolizers in the nation. And they're healthy and they're so good. And I'm glad that I get to eat 4 of them today. This is my last one. So, you know, what chocolate can you eat that's actually going to kick some fat cells? So that's what I love about it. And so we do help you along the way with your cleanse days and things like that. But it is a nutritional cleansing. It breaks down your fat cells so that you're releasing them through your body, and actually targets that belly fat. And that's what I love about it. Who would like no more muffin tops? That's the great thing, really. Just button those jeans and don't have the flab over. That's what I love about it. Our third product is our Ionic Supreme. And our Ionics has 99 trace minerals in it, minerals that we cannot get from our daily foods. In fact, we have this long sheet that says, are you getting all these trace minerals that your body needs daily? You know, it would take probably about 10 meals to cook, clean, paleo, all that to try to get what's in this little drink that we take 2 to 4 ounces a day. In fact, John Anderson said if you were trapped on a deserted island and all you had was Ionics, you would survive because it has all the minerals and nutrients your body needs to survive. This is also a stress reducer. It about 99% diseases start in our stomach. And so when we're stressed, our body produces this natural hormone called cortisol. And so that's when our immune systems can be compromised. And that's how we can get illnesses like there's a rise in autoimmune disorders. And you hear so many different diseases today than you heard, 30, 40 years ago. And so as far as this supports adrenals so that your immune system's not compromised. It's also great on muscle recovery. It also has adaptogenic herbs in it. So that has ginseng. So in the morning, if you need that boost of energy, I drink it every morning before my workout. And at nighttime, I drink it for restful sleep. But it says 4 ounces, but you know what? It's food and minerals. I drink 6, sometimes 8 ounces a day because it's just a really good stress reducer. And I love the Ionics. Also, our 4th and 5th product that we have are vitamins with product B. Our vitamins are in a convenient AM and PM pack, And so what I love about our vitamins is they're encapsulated in vegetable skin so that they absorb to your body within 10 minutes. Let me tell you, I actually did a test on an X brand and ours, and I put it in a glass of water within 10 minutes, ours dissolved, and the other one was still there a day or two later. So that's just a waste of your money because it's not absorbing to your body. As far as vitamins, they're not a luxury. They're actually a necessity, just like spark plugs are to a car. Vitamins are to your body. You need them for that jump start throughout the day. And so we have our vitamins A through K in there. We have our black pill, which is our CoQ10 for heart support. It's equivalent to 160 glasses of wine, the actual nutrients in there for your heart support. So some people say, I'll just drink wine, to help with my heart and all this stuff. Well, guess what? This one little black pill is equivalent to 160 glasses of wine, and you don't get all the calories. One glass of wine is equivalent to one piece of cake, one slice of cake. So keep that in mind. And so we also have our fish oils, which our fish, it's our omega-3s and omega-6s, and it has lemon flavor. My son loves to poke a hole in my omega-3s and 6 and suck the lemon juice out because he can't swallow pills yet. But he loves it. And it's great for, the smoothness of your skin, the firmness, weight loss. And it's sourced from the Norwegian seas. So we've got the top of the line definitely of omega-3s and 6s. I know people that take 18 a day that order just the bottle by itself. And when they're in training for fitness competitions and things like that. There's also calcium for women in the AM pack, and that's for prevention of osteoporosis. And then for men, there's zinc, and that's for prostate support. So they also added product B to our line, which you can get it by itself. When I came in the company 5 years ago, they just launched product B. Product B is a Nobel Prize discovery. Dr. Bill Andrews discovered our telomeres, and they call them telomeres too. So we have a great video on it. But what's scary is that kids today are born with 10% less of length of the telomeres in our DNA. So what that is we are, just think of a bunch of shoelaces, and on the end of the shoelaces are those plastic caps. Those are telomeres, where the length is 10,000 bases when we're born. And when we die, they shrink to 5,000 bases, sorry. They shrink in half. So what he discovered, Dr. Bill Andrews, was that they're shrinking faster with over 30 plus years of research. They're shrinking faster than they did 30, 40 years ago. And so that's due to the society we live in today. We live in a processed fast food nation, nutritionally bankrupt food. Our soils are depleted. The farming industry is replanting over the same soil over and over again. So it's just stripping the nutrients and minerals away from our soils. So product B, he found that, that's why there's such a rise in the premature aging, sunspots, losing your eyesight. I can't make any medical claims, but I can, we basically can't say that Isagenix is going to heal, cure you in any way, but I can definitely tell you that being around people for 5 years, hearing testimonies, my friend, her eyesight improved by 2 levels and she changed her contact prescription. We've heard about improvement of memory. We've heard so many different things. Your hands usually age faster than your face and your body. And so somebody had told me, with your age in your 40s, you don't have any sunspots. And I know you're in the sun all the time. I see you lounging at the beach. Your office is at the beach all the time. Like, why do you not have sunspots? And I'm like, it's a product B for sure. My little magic beans, we call them. So we do have a great video. Ask your, if you're a guest on tonight, ask your person that asked you to get on tonight to send you the video. It's actually, I can give it to you. It's called the Product B, as in boy, discovery.com. And it's phenomenal. They did a UCLA study on a mouse that at 9 years old, after injecting it for 90 days, it had traits of a 5-year-old mouse, and the white hair came back dark brown. So, of course, they are doing research and different things on humans, and they can't release it for 10 years. The product's only been in 5 years. But what I've seen in myself, just in 5 years of using it, and other people, up in my dosage by 2. One of our doctors told me when I was in Kansas City, like, you need to up your dosage by 2 a day. And I'm like, okay, I'm on it. So anyways, that's basically our 5 core products, my story, everything that I love about this company. I, started not with a weight loss story, more nutrition. And I can tell you that before Isagenix, I was in another company, drove the pink car and all that good stuff. And I said, I'll never do anything like this again. But what I fell in love with this company is that, I literally help people create healthier lifestyles. I've helped so many people. I'm coaching people currently, just enrolled 2 people for 11-day challenge. Just so many different testimonies and people that text me every daily and say, thank you so much for introducing me to these products. They've been a lifesaver for me. So that's my fulfillment that I get, is helping others. And I literally, get paid from Isagenix to coach others. And by exercising, eating healthy, helping others do the same, and posting my results on Facebook. And so I was able, and this is not to brag or toot my horn or anything like that, but I was able to build a residual income very, very part-time, because I had 3 small children under the age of 4 when I started, of $40,000 and a year. And then now it has, moving into, hit a 6-figure income in just a short time, which now I am a single mom with 3 kids, and was able to get out on my own, get my own house and a new car, and do the things that I need to do to provide for my family. Decision that starting a new chapter in my life. So I thank, this opportunity to be able to provide, for me and my family, and to help others, do the same. So, Amy, was there anything else? Oh, so am I doing product packs too and all that? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how we get started. And this is what I love about this company. We're a membership club. We enroll memberships. Like, I don't have to deliver anything to you. You order from the convenience of your home. It's $29 for the whole year. Who thinks that's good? I love that. It's like Amazon Prime or a Costco Sam's membership club. So for a whole year, you get to shop and pay what we pay for our products at wholesale. You order online, your groceries, your food, and it comes the convenient to your front door UPS. And so I love it, the convenience of that. There's so many different things now. You can shop and get your own stylist online, and they send you a whole wardrobe to your front door. Now you can order your groceries online at Walmart and have all your necessities, and they deliver it to you to your car now. You just order stuff like that. Well, Isagenix, you get superfoods with nutritional cleansing to your front door in a convenient way. I call it healthy fast food on the go, because I am everywhere and anywhere, all over the place. So I just feel it's convenient to take my shaker cup, make me my shake, and feel great about it. So, but as far as like our packs, we have our largest pack, and it's totally up to you. You get with the person that asked you to get on this call tonight, that's going to, meet your health goals and your budget. And so, but I'm going to share with you what we have to offer. Number 1 is our largest family pack. It replaces 80 meals. It's called our Big Family Presence Pack. It is over $800 value. Now, every time I ask people, like, what is your, if you went through a drive-through and you got a meal, what it would be the average cost? And people always say, oh, $8 to $10. And I'm like, okay, let's stick with 8. So this replaces 80 meals. So that's $664 value of what you would pay. Not $664 value, but you would pay $664 for $800 value for this pack. You're only paying $559. So if you went through a drive-through and got 80 meals, you would pay $664. Where you're getting $800 value for $559, which replaces 80 meals. So that breaks down to like $679 a meal. I don't know about you, but I can't go through a drive-through and get 243 nutrients and minerals to put in my body daily. That's going to give me the energy, feeling great, that I do every day. The next pack is our 30-day starter pack. This is a phenomenal pack. It is a good starter pack to get you jump started, and it replaces 68 to 70 meals depending on how you customize it. It's over a $400 value, and its wholesale cost for you $282, which breaks down to about $3.99 or less a meal. Again, you cannot go through a drive-through and get a meal less than $3.99. Well, you can. you know, you can go off the dollar menu and get a burger and tater tots and, you know, Coke or whatever, but it's not going to, you know, make you feel the way that we feel as far as putting superfoods with nutritional cleansing in our body. So definitely it's not going to have 243 minerals and nutrients in there. So those are our packs. We do have some basic, you know, whatever packs we really don't talk about because they're not as far as a better value, which I love the 30-day and above. So we also have a referral program Amy's going to share with you. We have 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you get in and you say, you know what, this is not for me, then you can empty your product, ship them back, and the company will reimburse you 100%. But guess what? When you get in for $29 and order your food, like, you're going to have personal coaches. You're going to have a great support system. We have so many systems in place that are going to support you to help you meet your needs. So I have a new lady that I'm going to pick on her, Yaselda. She said, well, you know, I'm starting tomorrow. I'm going to order my stuff. I might be eating a burger tonight. She said, so, and she's laughing over there. But, so I said, okay, girl, eat your last burger. We're going to jumpstart this 11-day. We're going to get you. She sent me a picture of her when she was in high school, and this is where I want to be. And I'm like, let's go. Like, I'm so excited to be personally coaching her. I cannot wait. And so she's coming in tomorrow with her pack, and we're going to get her jump started. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you, Amy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I know every time you talk, I'm like, I'm so glad we did this. Oh gosh, it's awesome. It's awesome. So thank you, Bonnie. And guys, I want to show you, I'm not going to show you the business part just yet. We're going to take a break before that, but I do want to show you what the referrals look like so that you understand how you can get your products paid for. So when we came into Isagenix, my husband lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. And so when that happened, everyone started asking him how he did that. How did you lose that? What? You look so different. The guys at work were calling him Buddha before because he had a big gut and a big belly, a big Buddha belly. And he had the skinny arms and legs. And so they were calling him Buddha. And literally in a matter of 3 weeks, that belly went away. He had no more belly. And so what happened is everyone started asking, and we just started gently telling them, oh, it's Isagenix. And then they would buy Isagenix from Isagenix, and my husband started getting money back. And so for both of us, we've never paid for our product but one time. And so it really is just a matter of referring it. So I want to show you what that looks like really quickly. So hold on just a second. So let me fix this. Okay, so let's say that you decided that you're going to start using Isagenix, and this is you. You are what's called an associate because you have the wholesale buying rights, just like what Bonnie was talking about. And you get results, and you're drinking out of your cup, and someone says, what is that? And you say, it's Isagenix. Well, if you told 2 people, and I'm going to color this person in, denoting that you told them, let's say this is Bob, and let's say this is Sam. So you told 2 people about Isagenix, and they bought it from Isagenix. What would happen is Isagenix would give you $50. Now, let's say that they ordered President's Packs. That's the best value that we have. If Sam ordered a President's Pack, Isagenix pays you an $80 thank you. If Bob orders a President's Pack, Isagenix pays you an $80 thank you. If they order them in the same week, you would get 160 and 160 because they double. So you would actually end up making $50 because you told Bob and Sam, plus $320 in bonuses. Now, if Sam tells 2 friends, he's going to make $50, but you make $100. And if Bob were to tell 2 friends, you would make $100. So that would give you another $250. So basically what happens is you earn $620 back in rebates. So you're getting your President's Pack free, all because you told these people. Now, the cool thing is, and we're going to talk more about this section of it in a little bit, but just to kind of give you an idea, every time everyone continues to order, all the way down as this person's telling people and this person's telling people, you make 6% commission also on their reorders every time they're ordering over and over. So you really do have the ability to get your product paid for. And it's not, and this piece of it isn't selling. This piece of it is just people are going to ask you, like, I wear this short shirt to the grocery store and people are like, wait, what's Isagenix? And I'm like, oh, let me add you into my Facebook page. And then when they buy, I get paid referral monies. So if that kind of makes sense. So it's just kind of like answering questions. So basically, that's the product and referral side of it. Bonnie, you did awesome. I think we just need to start going on road trips and doing this together. It was perfect. So thank you for listening. Know this, that if you're on, like what Bonnie said, all the products are backed with 100% satisfaction guarantee, and you never know until you try. I do want to say this one thing though, and I'm saying it so sincerely. I was reading an article talking about holiday weight gain, that the average person gains 15 pounds over the holidays. And we run 11-day programs all the way up until Christmas. And I feel like it is the best kept secret since sliced bread. Because if you are continuously having the opportunity to do Fat Blast, what it allows you to do is to splurge at those Christmas parties without gaining that 15 pounds, and without, like, for me, I hate gaining any weight because I always feel like my jeans are so tight and my stomach hangs over. So it really helps with that part of it. And so I love using this through the holidays. I've been using it very faithfully through the holidays for the last 3 years, doing short blasts of cleanse days and really getting through not gaining any weight. And so let the person know that had you call on what you're thinking. The best thing that you can do for them is just to say, no way, I'm not interested. Bonnie and Amy are crazy. Or you could say, I'm interested, but I have some questions, and here's what they are. Please let them know that. I do need you to let them know that, because they're working to get Starbucks cards as a gift from me. And so they have to send me your text message to them saying that you were on in order to get the Starbucks card. So if you can just message them and say, hey, I was on. Please do that, because they'll want their cards. But the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a really short break. Those of you guys that do not want to hear about the business, I want to thank you again for getting on. Those of you that want to see a little bit more in depth of the business, we'll start that here in about 30 seconds. So good night to everybody that is ready to go. That is all about the product, not all about the business, kind of like all about that base. So you guys can go. Thank you so much. And those of you that are wanting to do the business, we're going to start that here in just a second. Not do the business, but listen about it. Bonnie, are you still there? I don't think she's there. I think she's there, but not there. There she is. Bonnie, do you mind? I'm gonna share the business plan in my story, but do you mind specifically, because I think sometimes when we say business, people have this picture of this weird pyramid company where everyone's dressing alike and driving these cars and having all the stockpile of products, and it's just crazy. Do you mind sharing when you came in, because you have made a $40,000 residual every year for 4 years, and now you're hitting 6 figures, and it wasn't a huge focus at all for you. Your focus was your family and finishing school. But do you mind sharing very specifically what your day looks like, a day in the life of using these products and building a business? Do you mind sharing that?
Like as far as today, or like when I first started?
I think when you first started.
Okay.
So, you know, the average person not wanting to go out and go gangbuster, they're just like, hey, 40,000 would be great. What is that?
For sure. Okay, so, you know, again, I did not have a weight loss story when I started these products. I was just in it for nutrition. I really didn't even know the business part of it until another friend of mine sent me the video to watch. And so I just fell in love, number one, with the products and everything that it had to offer. And so I just kind of thought of who could be beneficial for these, because we were on a one income budget. And so I knew that I had to have these products every month to have, because I was feeling so great just the first month when I did get my products. And so I can tell you that I did start, when I found out about the referral program and taking advantage of, getting your products paid for, there's a certain sheet that they told me I just needed to fill out and get those people in place, like help others, 10 people. And so that's what I focused on. I just kind of wrote that down and and said, hey, I thought about you. And so would you listen and to what I'm using? And they're like, yes. And so a lot of it was majority through just calling people that I know, that I love, that I cared about, and that people that wanted, that I knew that would like to really be powered up with me, power partners, and do it together, especially when I started the weight loss part of it. But at the beginning, it was more for who could I help. And so within the first month, it was like I made $1,400, and that was, I only paid, like $300 for my, my food the first month. And that was the last time I ever paid for my product, was that 1 month I got in 5 years ago. And so a lot of it was through social media, just my daily life with my kids, my school. And, I would just hold up my shake bottle and say, here I'm off to class, drop the kids off at school and I'm off to class, and taking my shake with me. And people were like, what is that? What are you doing? And I literally, just posted my everyday life, of what I was doing. And people were just texting me and asking me what products I was taking. And so I shared it with them. So my second month, within my first 6 weeks, I filled out this sheet that they told me to fill out. And so my second month, I made $2,400, very part-time. Like I'm telling you, all through my phone. This thing is how I work right here. And so then it was like, oh my gosh, $600 a week every Monday I was getting paid by the company. I kind of felt guilty because and the other prior company I worked for, we worked every day. We were gone 3 to 4 nights a week out of the house, away from my kids. And so I didn't like that anymore. But this, I was home with my kids. They went to bed. I got on my phone, and during class, in between breaks, I was just, sending people different information. And then from there, it just really grew. And so the third month, it went up to $3,000. And then I got these bonuses, and it was like $14,000 in bonuses the first 5 months. I'm like, what's going on here? This is like a dream. And so again, I had the guilt because I didn't feel like I was working hard enough. Because again, the company we worked for before, we worked hard, especially to get in that pink caddy. And so, but a typical day was getting up, going to school, or getting my children off to their school, going to my school, and taking the products with me on the go, and literally posting what I was doing on Facebook. People would contact me, I would share with them, and then from there it grew. And we've grown over 3,000 members nationwide and internationally now. So anything else?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. So really just using the product, showing the results, and people asking. That's really what the work looks like. You eat healthy, talk about it on social media. We don't sell it on there. We're not like, buy our stuff because that's tacky and people unfollow you if you do that. And so we just share our stories and people ask. And so that's perfect, Bonnie.
And what I was going to tell you too is, like, I shared with 5 people today, and I'm going to tell or the last couple of days. And the first thing I said, the question I asked is, have you ever heard of Isagenix? Do you know, out of all 5, only 1 said yes. 1 out of 5 said they've heard about Isagenix, but the other 4 have never heard of it. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing, is that we don't throw up our brand, you know, we make curiosity posts so that they're wanting to know what it is. I mean, we don't have to, you know, vomit it all over our social media. So
absolutely, I love it. It's just so laid back. So what I want to do, you guys, is I'm going to show you how you make money in Isagenix. For about the first minute, 1.5 minutes, it's going to be redundant. So just bear with me, because what I'm trying to do is draw out the foundation so that I can show you how you can build up your income. So when I came in, I had to make $100,000 a year. Not making it was not an option. And because I had to replace that much of an income. So I came in, I was able to build to 6 figures within my first 5 months. I've never went below that. So I'm pro Isagenix on the business side as well as the product. So when you come in, this is you. I already kind of showed this earlier. You're an associate. I always want to abbreviate that, but it's a bad word, so I can't. And so then whenever you tell 2 of your friends, that is you plus 2, you become a consultant and you make $50. Now, I'm going to color in anyone that you've told on this chart, anyone that you've told or pretending you told them. I'm going to color them in so that that denotes that you told them, not someone else. Now, the one thing you want to remember throughout this whole thing is as soon as you tell 2 people, you begin to earn on everything that's below you. Now, remember this is Bob and this is Sam. When they're ordering President's Packs, you're getting bonuses. If they're ordering them in the same week, you're getting more bonuses, but I'm not going to be redundant. Just remember there's more money than even what I'm showing you. When Bob adds his 2 people, remember you make 100. When Sam adds his 2 people, you make 100. Now, you're going to continue that. So that's you plus 2, them plus 2. When that happens, you make an additional $250. And then this is the progression that you build your team. You tell someone, they tell 2. You tell someone, they tell 2. So you do it again. You tell someone, they tell 2, you make 100. You tell someone, they tell 2, you make 100. You're going to do it again. This is the redundant part, but I'm going to do it super fast so that we can be off of here and in bed. This is you plus 2, them plus 2 times 3. So you just did it 3 times. You repeated that process 3 times. When that happens, you make another $750. And then you're going to do it again and again and one more time right here. Now, this is you plus 2, them plus 2 times 5. And when that happens, you make another $1,000. That all adds up to $3,050. That's front end bonuses. So that's what Bonnie did in her first 6 weeks. I did that in my first month. I made this $3,050, that front end bonus money. Now, I will tell you this, that I was already making 6 figures. I'll erase while I talk. So my friend Hillary called me on the phone and asked me to come and look at this. And when I saw just this part of it, I was mad because I had driven an hour and a half and I thought, okay, so I'm going to have to, number 1, quit eating Twinkies, because unlike Bonnie, like I didn't come in for the product. I came in for the business. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I am weirdly healthy. Like I eat organic. I get up at 4:50. My kids don't eat gluten. Like after we get off of here, I'm making like this crock pot thing because I'm like over the top weird now about food. But prior to that, I ate Twinkies and Ding Dongs and Little Debbie's and Doritos and Dr. Pepper. And so I was like, I'm gonna have to quit eating Twinkies to make $3,050. I don't think so. But the next part, when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness. Now rewind, say that again. Remember, as soon as you personally tell 2 people, you get paid on every single person that comes below you. So what that means is all of these people, they're getting product results and they're telling people about it. And these people over here are getting product results and they're telling people about it, and this one and this one and this one. All of these people are telling people about it. And not only do you get paid on their first order, but you get paid on every additional order after. And so this starts branching out in all these different directions. And as long as you've told 2 people, it literally becomes your team and you get paid all the way down. Now, we're an international company. One of my calls first thing tomorrow is with a guy in Australia. Now, we can't mix currency because if let's say that we're going to put the US dollar in the tree, we can't have the Australian currency in the tree because it's not equivalent. So all currency is moved over to business volume so we can work from the same team. And when I say team, I literally want you to think football team. Because if the quarterback scores a point or somebody scores a point in the football game, it's not like that one player gets points, right? The one player doesn't get points. The whole team gets points. So when someone down here orders a President's Pack, that's 300 business volume. Every single person all the way up that's above that person gets points in the tree. So let's say this person ordered a President's Pack and this one and this one and this one. Down here, there's no way you even know that guy because he's way down here under other people that people put in. But every time this product is being sold or bought over and over again, you earn on it. And the same thing over here. All these people are using products. Isagenix is consumable, and our weight loss systems have a 99% success rate. That means our retention rate is very high, which is amazing. I've never had that before in sales. Now, let's say that you add up all of these points on this side, and let's just pretend like they add up to 6,000 points on your right side. And let's say all of these points add up to 3,000 points on your left side. Now, every time you have 600 points on one team and 300 points on the other team for a total of 900, you earn $54. So Andrea was saying the other day, which I love this, she was saying, so pretend like it's a bank account, and this bank account has 3,000 in it, and this bank account has 6,000 in it, and every time you have 300 in this bank account and 600 in this bank account, Isagenix pays you $54. So if this had 3,000 and this has 6,000, then Isagenix literally pays you $540. That's residual income. That's money that you're earning whether you work or you don't work. When I saw this, I was like, what? Because in most companies, they start cutting you off and you can't earn limitless levels deep. So before, I mean, there were probably 20,000 people under me on my other team, but every time I would grow to a certain size, they would cut all these people off and I'd have to start over. And with this company, it's not like that. I'm going to show this to you one more way because this is not typical at all. I'm not saying this is going to ever happen to any of you, but I do want you to see the power of the compensation plan and how amazing it is, just the binary in general. So this, when I saw this is what made me, I was like, I'm doing it. I signed up that night and I earned $3,000 that within 3 weeks. I earned $6,000 the next month. I earned $9,000 the next month. I never earned under that. So right here is my friend Hillary. She brought me into Isagenix, but 5 or 6 years before I came in, she had enrolled Rita and she had enrolled Justin. Rita's her mom, Justin's her husband. As soon as she enrolls 2 people, remember her gates are open and then she's able to earn on everything that's below her. The next part is what I really want you to watch. I had never experienced this before in my life, and Bonnie and I had worked together, but we had never shared volume. We had never been on a team where we could link arms and go and help people together. It's the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my sales career, and I've been in sales for 18 years. Now, when Rita then enrolls 2 people. As soon as she enrolls 2 people, she now gets paid on everything below her. Remember how that works? Okay, watch this. Okay, Hillary is a business hustler. So whether Rita works or doesn't work, Hillary's going to work, okay? And so as she was adding people, she put one on her left side and one on her right side, and one on her left side and one on her right side, and one on her left side and one on her right side. And then these people are adding people like this, okay? All of these people right here came from Hillary. Rita doesn't know them. They come from Hillary. But every time they're ordering those shakes, those points are going into Rita's bank, even though Hillary told them. Like I got this that night, and I was like, I didn't sleep. Like I was like, blah, blah, blah. Like I couldn't handle it. It was so awesome. So then watch this. This really happened. True story. Hillary ended up putting in this lady that we know, Robin Dunda. Robin was $1 million producer in another network marketing company. Now, in the other network marketing company, whenever a person that was at the top level of that company hit 65 years old, they were forced to retire. But at 65, you are still pretty dang amazing, right? Like at 65, I'm gonna be sharper than I am now, right? So they came in, and all of these retired network marketers started coming in and building down this leg under Robin on her left and her right. And this came in excess of 10,000 people down here under Robin. Rita did not know Robin, nor the 10,000 people. Guys, 10,000 people, that's like a small town. So those 10,000 people are all feeding up to Rita. So as you can imagine, at one point, there was probably about 500,000 points in Rita's bank. Now, because all those points bank, it's like a savings account. Remember, it's like a bank account. They're all banking. They don't go anywhere. And then what happened, though, is you have to have 300 points for every 600 in order to cycle. So she wasn't having 300 points over here, but this happened. She told this teacher who told somebody who told Holly DeMott, and Holly DeMott lost 100 pounds. And when she did that, she started getting all this recognition, and she ended up enrolling Lori Harder, who is a pro fitness competitor. They enrolled Kathy Savage, who is the #1 trainer of all female fitness competitors in the U.S. And this blew up with gym owners and chiropractors and just all of these people. It just went nuts, and this became the fastest growing leg in all of Isagenix. It's in excess of 100,000 people down this leg under Rita. Rita didn't know any of these people. Now, as you can imagine, every time these cycles, 600, 300, Rita earns $54, $54, $54, $54. And last year, Rita earned $750,000, but she only ever told these 2 people. So that's the power of the binary compensation plan. So what made me, remember I was mad about the Twinkies, but when I saw this part, I was like, I'm in. Because in my other company, what would have happened is as soon as Robin got good, that would have slashed off. Robin would have started her own team, and I would have lost money on it. And the same thing over here. But with Isagenix, the teams stay together. It's why there is residual income. I mean, Bonnie that just shared, I think about Bonnie and Mallory and Christy and Katie this whole fall. For 12 weeks, I could not even be on a Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night we do training calls. I could not be on one of them. And they did it without me. Like would just do it. They would take it. It wasn't like they were giving me a favor, because it's the same team. We share volume. We share work. The statement, many hands make light work in this business, is incredible. I love it. It's like Thanksgiving dinner. If you make your mom do all the dishes, then it's going to take her 3 hours. But if everybody goes in and helps, it takes an hour. And it's the same thing where this team just works together, and you're able to cover each other's backs. And so you can take off and you can have that freedom. And it's just really the best thing that I've ever seen or had. And so how do you start the business? You start it just like you're starting the product. You just buy the product, whatever product you want to buy. You can purchase anywhere from $210 all the way up to $720, whatever you want to purchase. It makes no difference. As soon as you purchase your product, you start using it, you start getting product results, People start asking you about it. You start telling them about it, and the business starts there and begins to progress. And there's really no secret. I mean, that's all it is. Your business expense every month is your food, your shakes. So my husband and I both do a 30-day system every single month. That's our business expense. So our business expense, literally, we would already be spending that. And so that's basically what it looks like. It literally is the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. So I do want to see if anyone has any questions. I know we've been on just a little bit, but I know sometimes there's questions, and I do want to take that opportunity to see if anyone does have questions. All right. Well, just let the person that had you get on, let them know what your thoughts are. If you're ready to roll, you want to do it, know that we have, like what Bonnie said, we have the systems in place. We're passionate. We do network marketing like NFL teams play football. Like, it's strategy, it's structure, it's heart, it's what we do, because it literally changes lives. And so let us know what you're thinking. Make sure that you message the person that had you get on. But I really, really appreciate your time, and you guys have an amazing, amazing, well, the weekend's almost here. So have a great Friday. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Great job, Bonnie.
Bye.
Thanks. See everybody later.
Bye,
Good night.
guys.